It's the eyes of a tiger, 26-year-old Ronnie Fisher. He's the new leader of the basketball team at a school known for its success outside the gym.
I know Conway has a strong football program, and I know they're going to maintain that strength in football. We just want to come out here and establish an identity for ourselves and Conway basketball and just play as hard as we can game in and game out.
And we definitely have something to prove. I mean, Conway's always been known as a football school, and we've never really done much in basketball, and we all feel like we definitely have something to prove.
So far, the proof is in numbers. The Tigers are 11-3 overall, 4-1 in the region, and that record is no fluke.
I think this team's successful because the team plays together at all times, and we have great coaching. I don't know how the coaching was in the past, but right now it's the best I ever had.
We have a lot of kids that have been playing extremely hard, and have done everything I've asked, and we're fortunate to have a few players with some good basketball skills, and we've really played well together as a unit.
Timing, it's the bottom line at Daytona testing, but it's not all that easy. All teams start out with confidence and take their own approach in preparations for the upcoming season.
Right now we're just taking our time and trying little bitty things one at a time, trying to learn all we can learn. We haven't really attempted to make a fast bonsai run yet, so we're just working with it bit by bit, saving it all up for when it counts, I guess.
And it's pretty much the same stuff, year after year. You come down here to try to get a couple of good layouts, see what you need to do, try to figure out what you need when you come back here in a couple of weeks.
And a couple of weeks is the key, the Daytona 500. Up to that point, testing is pretty technical. You don't race against anyone else, just the stopwatch.
Today I'm here at Daytona just trying to strictly concentrate now on running fast. The first 2 days I didn't look for speed at all. Now I'm just trying to run fast, and so we ran pretty good a little while ago. And so by the end of the day, hopefully I'll have some encouraging news.
Testing is a different game than when you come here just to get prepared to race. We've got a list of things that we want to try, good, bad, or indifferent. And with all the instrumentation in the cars, there's a lot to be gained or learned from a mistake.
It's better to learn from mistakes now than after February 20th. In Daytona, Ken Slats, 15 Sports. He's the power in the middle at 6'6", 240 LJ. Larry Jonikin is a major welcome to a relatively small team.
Larry has been highly coachable, has really improved even more during the season, and he's finally starting to score inside now, and I think he's going to be a big plus for us when tournament time rolls around.
I'm just a hard worker. I just get rebounds, go after loose balls, score whenever I need to, and just play defense. That's all.
He's just, he's a pleasure to coach. He's probably one of the most coachable young men that I've ever been around. He's a tremendously hard worker, and, he's been a big role player in our program.
Larry Jonikin doesn't dunk like most of the rest, but when it comes to hard work down low on the blocks, he's the man Coastal Carolina goes to.
Larry's another guy that plays really hard, and, he's not blessed with the great athletic ability, but because he works so hard, he gets a lot of things done.
I've learned that if you don't work hard, regardless of whatever you do, and if you don't give 110% every time you do it, and there's no need to even trying to do it, regardless if it's work or basketball or just playing street ball,
And that hard work rubs off on the rest of the team. One area Larry is working on hard is scoring, something he's capable of contributing a lot more.
Coach, he's asking people to step up and score more, and I feel like I can do that. I just need to work harder and practice on scoring and get my confidence up, and I think I'll score more.
Something we're trying to work on with him is to get him to post up and use that body a little bit more and get in there and power the ball to the hoop. And his shooting has improved. Last year he was in a big slump, but this year he's worked very hard on it, and it's coming around.
Just grip it and rip. Who else but John Daly? The PGA Tour's longest hitter has ventured to the Grand Strand. Daly is the player consultant for a new course being built in Surfside Beach.
It's definitely new for me. It's real exciting. I'm looking forward to. I'm ready for the golf course to already be done. So it's, like I said, something new for me. I'm really excited when we start breaking ground on it and I come back and see what it's really going to look like on ground.
And on ground, it's a Scottish link-style course scheduled to be open fall 1995. For John Daly, it's his first consultant job, but just another page in his already storied life. It almost looks like a gallery at the Masters, just scrambling to see a young John Daly. His career started in 1991 at an appropriately named course, Crooked Stick.
You know, I had to make some decisions that a lot of people didn't have to make or have never made in their lives before after the PGA. You kind of get pulled a lot of directions, but this whole thing's been just one great blessing. It's given me a chance to sit back and let me pull my own arms.
Daly plans on returning to the tour March 31st in New Orleans. At the Deer Track Golf Resort in Surfside Beach, Ken Slats, 15 Sports. Todd Bodine got a jump start on most of the 94 rookies. In fact, he is not eligible to win Rookie of the Year honors, but knows the handful of Winston Cup races he ran in 93 doesn't mean he's a veteran.
You know, I'm still a rookie. This is my first time in a Cup car here, and I'm struggling. I'm trying to get the car to drive better over the bumps, and it's a lot different than a Busch car. And those areas, you know, I still got that learning curve, and, you know, it's just going to take some time. You know, this is definitely spring training right here at Daytona.
Todd's the third Bodine on the Winston Cup scene. Brothers Jeff and Brett paved the way, but Todd has to earn his own stripe.
I don't let any pressure get to me. You know, I can only do as well as I can do. I don't go out and try to outrun my brothers or anything like that. I just go out and do the best Todd can do, and that's all I can do. That's all can be expected.
I used to say the same thing. There wasn't any pressure on me, but you feel it, believe me. You know, you have two brothers that have been successful in motorsports, and there's no question that he's feeling a touch of the pressure. But he's proved himself great in the Busch Grand National Division. So really, he should come in here feeling he's got nothing to prove, just try to survive.
And if Todd follows in his brother's footsteps, then survival is guaranteed. In Daytona, Ken Slats, 15 Sports. Richards is one of 5 junior college transfers at Coastal Carolina. He's a first-year player, but already has made a big impact.
I just want to do the best I can to help this team out. And you know, we got 3 seniors in our life, and them 3 seniors that go out in style.
Phillip Richards is a person who come in and work very hard every day. I think Phillip worked harder than anybody on the team, if not harder, just as hard. And he tries to show us a lot of enthusiasm every day in practice and in the game.
It's paid off, too. Richards averages 9 points and 5 rebounds per game. It's his versatility that's really helped.
He really helps us because he can do some different things offensively, as well as he's a very solid defensive player. But you know, he's a guy who can post up or he can step outside and shoot the 3. And when you can do both those things, that really helps.
He's really worked on his three-point shooting, which has come around, and it's very respectable. Teams have to get out there and play him. He can post up. He's a somewhat undersized in the post against a lot of our opponents, but you know, he jumps well and he's very strong. So yeah, he's done some good things inside for us too.
Philip Richards has been a great welcome to this Coastal Carolina basketball team. His techniques are improving tremendously, but more important, he brings a confident attitude to this program.
I see myself as a motivator, trying to get the team, to do their own thing and try to get them to psych their own selves up so they can play better.
He's a really good guy. He's a real solid person. He's one of those guys that is going to show up and play hard every day just because of the type of person he is. And when you can count on somebody like that, that's really nice.
I knew he could shoot the three. I also knew he could score inside, but I didn't realize what a great heart he has. He really works hard. He's very, very coachable, and he's definitely a winner. And I think he's going to help us be a winner before the season's over with.
Rusty Wallace drove his Pontiac Grand Prix into victory lane 10 times in 1993, but 94, Wallace made the switch to a Ford Thunderbird.
Well, it was just a change for the better, I believe. I think that going to the Thunderbird right now is better for our future. Pontiac was a great car, and it'd take me hours to explain the change, but trust me, the reasons were right.
There's no reason not to trust him. Rusty crashed and finished 35th here last year, but won 4 of the next 7 races, eventually finishing second to Dale Earnhardt in Winston Cup points. So difficult last year because you worked so hard and yet you couldn't get the crown again. Do you feel like you're fighting an uphill battle again this year or not?
Well, I feel like I'm fighting a little bit of a battle every time last year when I lost it, but I wasn't in a position to win the thing in 92, really, or 1991. And I had my act together with my crew and everybody for the 1993 season, and nobody's changed. Everybody's on board for this year, and I feel great about our chances.
And Rusty's chances are excellent, especially with his continuing work ethic and his confidence.
I like the car. The people are treating me great, and I plan on winning the championship, and I'm going to start here with a good run at Daytona.
At the Daytona International Speedway, Ken Slats, 15 Sports. Junior Johnson just may have the duo to beat this season. Joining Bill Elliott is Jimmy Spencer. He'll drive the McDonald's Ford.
I'll tell you something, I'm really excited driving for Junior Johnson McDonald's. Long time I wanted to drive for Junior ever since I actually started racing, and to drive for McDonald's on top of it, it's really a great, I think it's going to be a great combination.
It's been kind of a struggle to find a capable driver to go alongside the Budman, Bill Elliott, but now that Junior Johnson has Jimmy Spencer, he feels he has a capable driver for the car sponsored by the Golden Arches.
Kind of a dream come true to getting Jimmy. I think he's a Kel Yarber, Dale Earnhardt, and Darrell Waterfall wound up in one once we get him all tuned up. And I think he's just going to be a long-time success.
For Junior, hopefully this long-time success will kick in early, and then Junior Johnson Racing will be on top.
Everybody thinks they always got the best. And most of the time, Earnhardt comes along and beats the hell out of all of them, so it don't make any difference what you think.
I think Junior's done a lot more in this sport than anybody else, and we need to get it back on top, and we're going to do that. So, Bill and I got our work cut out for us. Every one of us, our guys, got their work cut out for us. Junior Johnson's back. He'll be on top again.
Junior hopes Spencer is the man to get him there. In Daytona, Ken Slats, 15 Sports. At first thought, well, maybe Alan Kawicki. He did so much for Hooters, winning a points championship, but I'll tell you what, Loy Allen Jr. has taken over this team and has a lot of confidence he can be a champ as well.
We had a lot of respect for Alan, and he helped us out a lot too. And I think the deal in last year, or the Hooters 500, that was something that Hooters probably can never repeat. It was just a once-in-a-lifetime deal. But we're going to try to do the best we can to represent Hooters, and try to do the best we can to represent Alan.
He may be relatively new to the Winston Cup scene, but his team isn't. They've been together 5 years, most recently with Greg Sachs. Loy Allen is hoping his experience at Daytona will provide a promising start.
We had some good luck here in ARCA. We all set on the pole here, I believe it was in '92 in the ARCA race. So this will be our first Daytona 500 race. So we're looking to just get in the field. I think a goal for us is to try to get in the top 20, and run as well as we can. And Daytona is always a big deal. It means a lot to the sponsors. It means a lot to Hooters for us. So we're looking just to try to run well here.
And with his experience at this track, a good run for Loy Allen Jr. is definitely in the picture. In Daytona, Ken Slats, 15 Sports. The car might look unfamiliar, but the driver's not. Derek Cope will again drive for owner Cale Yarborough, but that's just about the only thing that's the same for the 98 team.
New crew chief came from Jack Roush Racing. He was our team engineer last year, and various other people from other other forms of motorsports. So really, it's been a big change for us over the winter. And of course, with the addition of Fingerhut, our new sponsor, it's an exciting time. We're just a little bit behind, with all the changes.
We're certainly glad to have Fingerhut on with us, and we got some new crew people, and we got practically a new operation, and really looking forward to it. I think the people we have put together, along with the sponsorship of Fingerhut, that Derek Cope can win some races this year.
Cope has been a winner on the Winston Cup circuit. In fact, he won the big one, the Daytona 500, in 1990.
I think everybody puts out just that much of an extra effort in trying to do a little more testing, spend a little more money, a little more time, and put a little more emphasis on this race because it is the Super Bowl. It's watched by more people. It's looked at as if you can win this race or run effectively here, it really sets a tone for the whole season.
In less than 2 weeks, that tone will be set. Right now, just a lot of optimism.
Having things hopefully put together this year, and where we can win some races, and it looks good for us. Derek's all pumped up, and Ken Glenn, my new crew chief, is ready to go.
Reporting from the Daytona International Speedway, Ken Slats, 15 Sports. Ask any driver, and the credit of success goes to the crew chief. Freddie Fryer takes over that position for driver Bobby Hillen.
Freddie's been a very successful driver. He's won a lot of races. Everybody in the garage area calls him the Dick Trickle of the South. So I'm really pleased to have that kind of knowledge working on my race car. I've got a lot of confidence in Freddie, and because I have a lot of confidence in him, it just brings the whole level of the team up.
Hillen had just one Winston Cup win in his entire career, Talladega, 1986. Last season was rough, but heading to 94, Bobby feels success is near.
I got a good bunch of guys, and Freddie's working hard, Junie's working hard, and we're all trying to pull together to have that magic chemistry that creates a winning team.
And that winning team is what all sponsors hope for, and a winner in the season's opening race means a whole lot.
It's the biggest race of the year, and we got a great sponsor with Heilig Myers, and they're going to have all their people, and we ran awful good here last year, and we'd like to run here good again this next time.
Reporting from Daytona, Florida, Ken Slats, 15 Sports. Mark Martin won 4 races in a row late last season. For 94, everything's about the same. In fact, he's ready to get on with the season beyond the opening race.
One thing's for sure, whatever happens at Daytona is just Daytona. You're down here for 2 weeks and everybody acts like whatever's going on here that's it. Yeah. Well, it's not it. I mean, it's one race.
Mark Martin has gradually improved since joining Jack Roush Racing in 1988. In 90, he finished second in points, just 26 behind Dale Earnhardt. There's an old saying that teams win championships. Mark Martin is definitely capable of winning one by himself, but add Ted Musgrave to Roush Racing, and Jack might just get his first championship.
I think we're going to have the best chemistry between 2 drivers that anybody could have. And, of course, the whole team is rallying behind what both of them are trying to do. So this is going to be a really special year for us.
Ted's awesome. Man, is he going to be great. I really have a lot of, I've known Ted since the mid-'70s, so, or late 70s, so he's really going to fit into our program real good here. He's got a lot of talent, and he's going to complement some of the things that I've been able to do.
And one more compliment to Martin's continuing success might mean a Winston Cup championship. In Daytona, Ken Slats, 15 Sports.